What if I told you that one small decision could mean thousands of extra dollars in your retirement? Most people work for decades, pay into Social Security, and then unknowingly leave money on the table. The system is complicated, but here's the truth. If you know the right steps, you can legally squeeze the most out of the benefits you've earned. And in this video, I'm going to show you how. Stick with me until the end, because I'll reveal a strategy that could add years of extra income to your retirement. Number 1. Understand how Social Security really works. Social Security isn't just free money from the government. It's actually a benefit you've been paying into your entire working life through payroll taxes. The amount you get depends on three main factors: how long you've worked, how much you've earned, and when you start collecting. The Social Security Administration uses your highest 35 years of earnings to calculate your benefits. If you worked less than 35 years, the missing years count as zeros, which can drag down your monthly check. For example, let's say Sarah worked for 28 years with an average annual income of $50,000. That leaves 7 years of zeros in her record, lowering her benefit. If Sarah had worked just a few more years, those zeros could be replaced with actual earnings, boosting her monthly check for the rest of her life. Number 2. Timing is everything. You can start claiming Social Security as early as age 62, but here's the catch. Your monthly check will be permanently reduced. If you wait until your full retirement age, which is between 66 and 67 depending on the year you were born, you'll get your full benefit. And if you delay all the way until age 70, you get extra credits that increase your check by about 8% each year past full retirement age. Let's put this into perspective. Imagine John is eligible for $1,800 per month at his full retirement age of 67. If he claims early at 62, he might only get around $1,260. But if he waits until 70, his check could jump to over $2,200. That's a $1,000 swing per month just based on timing. So, the big question is, do you need the money right away, or can you afford to wait? Number 3. Don't forget about spousal benefits. Many couples don't realize that spouses may qualify for benefits even if they never worked. If your spouse worked and paid into Social Security, you could be entitled to up to 50% of their benefit at full retirement age. For example, Linda never worked outside the home, but her husband earned a decent salary. If his full benefit is $2,000 per month, Linda could claim up to $1,000. That's $12,000 a year that would otherwise be lost if she didn't know about it. And if your spouse passes away, you may also be eligible for survivor benefits, which could be as much as 100% of what your spouse was receiving. Number 4. Keep working if you can. The longer you work, the more you can earn, and those higher earnings can replace lower earning years in your record. Even part-time work in your later years could boost your average. Plus, working longer allows you to delay claiming Social Security, which, as we just learned, can significantly increase your monthly check. Here's a quick example. Mark worked for 30 years and earned around $40,000 annually. At 62, his benefit would be around $1,400 per month. But if he worked 5 more years at $60,000 per year, not only would he replace some lower-earning years, but he could also delay his claim. This double effect could push his benefit closer to $2,000 per month. Number 5. Watch out for taxes. Many retirees are shocked to learn that Social Security benefits can be taxable. If your combined income is above a certain threshold, up to 85% of your benefit may be taxed. Combined income includes your adjusted gross income, tax-exempt interest, and half of your Social Security benefits. For example, if Mary has a pension of $20,000 and receives $15,000 in Social Security benefits, her combined income is $27,500. That puts her into the range where part of her benefits will be taxable. Planning matters here. Managing withdrawals from retirement accounts or adjusting when you take distributions could keep more of your Social Security money in your pocket. Number 6. Avoid the earnings test trap. If you claim Social Security before your full retirement age and keep working, your benefits might be reduced if you earn above a certain limit. In 2025, that limit is around $22,320 per year. For every $2 you earn above that, $1 is withheld from your benefit. But here's the twist. Once you reach full retirement age, Those withheld benefits are recalculated back into your payments, so you don't lose the money permanently. For example, Tom starts Social Security at 62 and earns $30,000 at a part-time job. He'll lose some benefits now, but after full retirement age, his benefit amount will be adjusted upward. So, it's not necessarily a penalty, but it can still cause cash flow issues if you don't plan ahead. Number 7. Think strategically as a couple. For married couples, Social Security is more than just an individual decision. It's a joint strategy. Sometimes it makes sense for the lower-earning spouse to claim early while the higher earner delays to maximize the survivor benefit. For example, Susan and Robert are both 66. Robert's benefit at full retirement age is $2,500. Susan's is $800. If Susan claims now and Robert delays until 70, she gets income right away while Robert grows his benefit. If Robert passes away first, Susan can switch to his much larger benefit for the rest of her life. This coordination can make a huge difference in total lifetime benefits. Number 8. Be aware of healthcare costs. Delaying Social Security might increase your benefit, but you'll still need to think about healthcare, especially before Medicare kicks in at 65 if you stop working before that age. You'll need to cover health insurance yourself, which can eat into your savings. For example, retiring at 62 but waiting until 70 to claim Social Security means 8 years of paying for your own healthcare. That's a cost you must factor in before deciding. Number 9. Inflation adjustments can save you. Here's some good news. Social Security benefits are adjusted each year for inflation through something called the Cost of Living Adjustment, or COLA. That means your benefits rise with inflation. For example, if you were receiving $2,000 per month in 2022 and the COLA was 8%, your benefit would jump to $2,160. That might not seem huge, but over decades, it adds up. So, waiting longer to claim not only gives you a higher starting point, but also means those inflation adjustments are applied to a larger base amount. Number 10. Use online tools and get professional advice. The Social Security Administration has calculators on their website that let you estimate your benefits based on different scenarios. These tools are free and easy to use. But remember, Social Security is only one part of retirement planning. Working with a financial advisor can help you figure out the best claiming strategy for your situation. For example, an advisor might notice that by using a Roth IRA for income in your early retirement years, you could delay Social Security and avoid taxable distributions that push your combined income over the threshold. Number 11. Beware of common myths. A lot of people think Social Security is going bankrupt. Here's the truth. The program does face funding challenges, but even if no changes are made, it's projected to pay about 77% of promised benefits after 2034. That's not great, but it's not zero either. Others think they should claim early because what if I die young? But the opposite is also true. What if you live to 90 or beyond? Claiming early could mean decades of smaller checks. For example, two neighbors, Jim and Carl, both claim differently. Jim takes Social Security at 62, getting $1,300 per month. Carl waits until 70 and gets $2,200 per month. If both men live into their mid-80s, Carl ends up with tens of thousands more over his lifetime, even though he started later. Number 12. Put it all together. Maximizing Social Security isn't about one magic trick. It's about making smart decisions at the right time. Work enough years to replace those zeros. Delay if you can afford to. Coordinate with your spouse. Watch for taxes and earnings limits. And think long-term, not short-term. It's your money. You worked for it. Don't leave it on the table. Number 13. Coordinate with divorce benefits. If you were married for at least 10 years, divorced, and haven't remarried, you may qualify for benefits based on your ex-spouse record. This can be up to 50% of their full retirement benefit. For example, Emily was married to David for 15 years before they divorced. David's full retirement benefit is $2,400. Emily may be eligible for up to $1,200 even though they are no longer together. And here's the best part. David's benefit is not reduced at all by her claim. Number 14. Use restricted applications, if eligible. There's a special strategy called a restricted application, but it only applies if you were born before January 2nd, 1954. This allows you to claim spousal benefits while your own retirement benefit continues to grow. For example, Mike was born in 1952. His wife started collecting her benefit. Mike can file a restricted application to collect spousal benefits now, then switch to his own higher benefit later. It's like getting income now while still letting your main check keep growing. Number 15. Plan for survivor benefits early. Survivor benefits are often overlooked until it's too late. If one spouse passes away, the surviving spouse can take the higher of the two benefits. That's why it often makes sense for the higher earner to delay claiming, so that the survivor benefit will be larger. For example, if John's full benefit is $2,600 and he delays to get $3,200, his wife Lisa could inherit that higher amount if he passes away first. This can provide critical long-term security. Number 16. Consider the break-even age. The break-even age is the point at which the total money you receive by waiting surpasses the total you would have gotten by starting early. For many people, the break-even point is in their late 70s or early 80s. For example, if you start benefits at 62, you may collect more checks sooner, but if you live past 80, delaying might give you a larger lifetime payout. Knowing your health, family longevity, and financial needs can help guide this decision. Number 17. Use Social Security with other income sources. Social Security was never designed to be your only retirement income. It should work together with savings, pensions, and investments. For example, if you have a 401k or IRA, you might choose to draw from those accounts first, delaying Social Security to maximize your benefit later. This way, you smooth out your income and make your money last longer. Number 18. Watch the windfall elimination provision. If you worked in a job where you didn't pay into Social Security, like certain government jobs, your benefits may be reduced by a rule called the Windfall Elimination Provision, or WEP. This can be a surprise if you aren't prepared. For example, Sarah worked as a teacher in a state without Social Security taxes, but also had other jobs that did pay into the system. Her Social Security benefit may be reduced under WEP. Knowing this ahead of time helps you plan so you aren't blindsided. Number 19. Factor in required minimum distributions. At age 73, you must begin taking required minimum distributions from traditional retirement accounts. These withdrawals increase your taxable income, which can push more of your Social Security into the taxable range. For example, if Peter delays Social Security to 70 but also has to take large required minimum distributions from his IRA, he could face higher taxes overall. Coordinating these two income streams can save you thousands in taxes. Number 20. Relocate strategically. Did you know some states tax Social Security benefits while others don't? For example, states like Florida and Texas do not tax Social Security, while states like Colorado and Minnesota may. If you're planning to move in retirement, this could affect how much of your benefit you actually keep. Even a small difference in tax policy can mean thousands of extra dollars over the years. Imagine walking into retirement and knowing you're getting the biggest possible check each month. That peace of mind is priceless. So now I'll ask you this. If you had the chance to boost your Social Security benefits by hundreds of dollars every month, would you take it? And what's the first step you think you'll use to maximize yours?